who are you really? What kind of South African are you? Who are your grandparents? What did they dream about? What did they want for you? The story started out as writing a story about Cabo, who is a 19th century Bushman visionary storyteller, just a great hero. And when I came across the story and became so obsessed with it, I couldn't believe that as a journalist, I thought I kind of knew my country's history, and I thought I knew it pretty well.
The more they write about us, the more invisible we become. I mean, I want to write about these things, but I don't have the language.
Well, why don't you write about the prison of coloredness? And what does it mean to be colored?
Yeah, I don't refer to myself as colored. I prefer being called black.
Colonials knew that in order for them to enslave people, in order for them to put their stamp on this part of the world, to be powerful overlords over us, they had to strip us. And they didn't do it all at once. They stripped us very systematically.
My nose is long. Your nose is flat.
My nose is flat.
My lips are thin. Your lips are thick.
My lips are thick.
We still wear apartheid race tags like raw tattoos, hidden, never mentioned in polite society. Coloredness is a daily insurance of perpetuating the brokenness. Perhaps Cabo is just my imagination. It's the pain of centuries. It's forcing me to embark on this journey, to unlock the painful prison of coloredness.
What apartheid did very successfully is that it helped us to see ourselves in little isolated boxes. We didn't see that broad history. We didn't see how we all descended from a common history and how we intermarried and how our languages are intermarried and how our customs are intermarried. And most importantly, we also saw that a Zulu person has this kind of culture, a Xhosa person has that kind of culture, and an English-speaking and an Afrikaner, but colored people have no culture.
Elizabeth, you and I, dienstknechten van diezelfde storybook. It all began with our name.
Recently, we embarked on a journey. When we reached the first spring, it was found to be poisoned with serpents' heads. But we prayed about these matters, and we are making excellent progress. I decided to set a good example by enclosing the head in a paper bag.
When our people die, is that the end of our relationship with them? The African relationship with ancestors has always been extremely important across cultures, across languages. Why did we just drop that because some colonial said it was bad and heathen?
I can't believe in a God who dictates that everything African is heathen.
Re-examine these things, re-examine the things that we were told, the norms that we've been handed down, and arrive at our own truths. There is this thing about colored people taking out their front teeth, and I could never understand it. But in some of the research that I read, there was a story in which, because they had been forbidden to do so, they would knock out their front teeth, because without that you can't make the clicks.
The Cape Colony is now twice the size of Britain and 4 times the size of Holland.
Who does this land belong to? It doesn't belong to you. You're just a bunch of people with no names and no claim to anything and no history. So how can you claim this? You have no history. So the land doesn't belong to you. So thank you very much. I'll have it. This land belongs to all of us. But there were historic injustices so that we have a 21st century situation where the economy is owned mostly by white people, where the land, the productive land, is owned mostly by white people. That can't stay like that. That has to change. We are the generation that is going to make sure that we do something about a huge historic imbalance that it is not sustainable. You can't have a country where most of the inhabitants, the descendants of the original people of this country, don't own anything and are perpetual slaves, just working like dogs night and day for a small salary.
A keeper is a servant of the Kumm. A keeper is a servant of the Kumm.
That's where the truth lies, and maybe that's where we can find ourselves, not just me personally looking for an identity beyond this problematic and amorphous thing called colored, but for people in general.